So this is the second Nike performance running pair that I got straight from Nike. I mentioned in my previous videos, I got 3 different tiers, from the lowest possible or the cheapest possible to kind of mid-tier to the highest possible or the highest tier. This one is almost to the par of the highest level one, but what really piqued my curiosity, not only the price obviously, but some of the technology used on these ones. Hey guys, welcome back to our Kicks Business channel, and today we're looking at Nike's running Vomero 17. And over the years, I have encounters with their previous models, and I've always been attracted to the running line from pretty much any brand. To me, growing up, the biggest was basketball, running, and then cross training. Obviously, tennis was up there as well, but I always was attracted to a lot of the runners because we called them back in the day a summer shoe, something you can wear over the summer and really enjoy it, something that brought a lot of comfort, and in kind of a preparation for the fall and winter time when basketball slid in and then you were all wearing basketball shoes during the winter. But anyway, so when I saw these on Nike's website, obviously heavily discounted, regular price $160, which is quite steep, and the price this colorway was discounted to was about $112, and on top of that they had the 25% off, so I got them way under $100. Exactly what I'm trying to do most of the times, trying to find shoes that I can get in the deep discount, because if you're buying as much as I do, every dollar counts. So there's a couple very interesting things going for the Vomero 17. Here Nike are using a combination between Cushlon 3.0 and ZoomX foam on top of each other. Very interesting choice. Again, I mentioned in my previous video for the Interact. Nowadays, I rarely see any actual Zoom Air or any actual Air or Air Max in any of these runners. Pretty much any other shoe of their lineup. They're heavily investing in these foams, and one of the main reasons for that is prices. Obviously, foams are a lot cheaper. Integrating technology like Air or Zoom is more expensive, and they're slowly veering off towards foams, recycled plastics and stuff like that. At the same time, the price is not going down. Obviously, Nike is not in that kind of game. They're gonna keep bumping up the prices, and as long as you keep buying them, they're gonna just keep doing it. That's why I'm always waiting for discounts, not just for Nike, but everybody else. Anyway, back to the shoes. So first thing, when I pull them out of the box, I wanted to see what the sensation is when I put my foot inside this. And I am kind of familiar with ZoomX, but I wanted to see what kind of combination between ZoomX and Cushlon 3.0 will give me. And it's definitely an interesting sensation. You feel more stability, probably provided by the Cushlon, and a springy kind of feeling across the whole footbed, obviously coming from that ZoomX. Now, if somebody like me, a little bit older, you see them in the store and you see ZoomX and you're probably thinking, man, that's his Nike Zoom, that's probably great. ZoomX probably is bigger. Yeah, there's no actual Zoom Air in there. It's just the ZoomX foam, and that is it. The other thing to mention here is for a shoe that costs $160 retail, the upper is just this engineered mesh, you know, a polyurethane mesh. If you look at it closely, you can see the plastics, you can see all that stuff. There's no Flyknit here, there's no genuine materials, there's nothing of any kind like that. It's completely engineered mesh that you can see through. Yeah, obviously that provides some good ventilation, but honestly, for that kind of price, I would have loved to see some Flyknit over here, but that's what Nike decided to go with. Right on top of the toe box, there's a small, tiny swoosh, and I kind of really like this colorway, and I'm happy that this colorway was the one to be discounted, because the combination of white, red, and black, I've emphasized that many times before. I always love that combination, and it looks great on this model as well. One of my favorite features here on the upper is the backside. We have this tiny little flap made of fabric, and on both sides you have Nike swoosh. Love that, great little touch, and on both sides, like almost like eyes, 2 reflective points over here. Small swoosh down below on the ZoomX foam, and right below it on the outsole that it's kind of extending on the back, it's Nike written down here as well. And honestly, the medial side here I find more attractive than the lateral side. The medial side, the swoosh is proportional, is right in the middle, it's fully visible. And on the lateral side, we have this giant one with the bottom portion missing. They've been doing this for many models lately in the last couple of years, and I don't really agree with that design language. I really don't like it that much, but it's okay. It kind of goes with this model because you have that white background with the red swoosh on the outside. Lacing system, pretty simple. Honestly, nothing fancy here. Just a second to last, and the third lace loops. There are these felt loops. They are not perforated like the rest of them. And on the top we have a runner's knot, so 2 holes right next to each other. So those that are really running competitively, you can get a little better containment here. Padding on the heel is significant, or I should say significant for today's day and age. We have the what I call the duck lip in the back, where the heel extends a little bit more. And these are produced in December of last year, so almost a year ago. I think they released in early 2024. And if I pull the insole out, the insole is ortholite, almost like sculptured ortholite. Nice. Definitely more expensive than something like on the Interact, where it was not even branded. This one has Nike running on top of it, established of 1972. Just do it. All the stuff that we've seen before. The tone is actually all one piece with the inner liner, so all one booty maybe, or half booty you would say. It's not detached, which I really appreciate, and the padding on the tone is okay. It's nothing crazy, it's not super plush or anything like that, but it's fine. The top portion of it is much softer than the bottom one, and we have a nice interesting patch going from the top to the bottom with the Nike and the name Vomero 17 right on top of it. Outsole traction, again, very simple. I mentioned that in my previous video. Nike have always been very simple on their outsole designs, and there's no difference here. It's kind of a waffle checkerboard style with a swoosh in the middle and all that black rubber. It's pretty sticky, pretty nice, will keep you where you need to be. There's no drama there whatsoever. Fit, to me, true to size. I went with my true size, no problem whatsoever. Obviously, I'm planning to wear these more casually and not really competitively, not really for competitive running, but they are meant for that. So if you want to run in them, you will probably have a good experience. From the short period of time I put them on feet and attempted to run, they feel good, they feel stable, and I appreciate that, because ZoomX can be, again, a little shifty, a little too mushy in my opinion, but the combination with the Cushlon 3.0 on the bottom, I think it provides a little bit more stability. Interesting, the toe lip on the front reminds me of these kind of late 90s Nike models that were almost omitting the toe lip, like the Nike Air Max Tracks from 1997, 98, other models, they were omitting it. So it's very low, not really covering too much of your toe box, and the toe is reinforced but on the inside, not on the outside like on the Interact. So overall, I really like the look of these ones. The comfort is supreme, and I think Nike has like 10 different colorways to pick from. To me, this is probably the best looking one right now. If there's more in the future and I see them further down the line for a cheaper price, I'll grab them as well. Definitely recommend it if you would just want a very comfortable, casual, everyday shoe, and you manage to grab them for around 80 and below. 160, yeah, definitely not. I think there's a lot more competitive models. If you want to use them for competitive running and stuff like that, you can get not only from Nike, but different other companies as well. For example, the latest Reebok Zig Float Ride, it's 130, and this one is actually awarded the runner shoe of the year with the best performance and all that stuff. So 130, 160, $30 too much for Nike? Probably not, unless you really care about the swoosh. Personally, I don't. If I'm professional or performance runner, I will look for the best fit for my foot, the best performer that I can get for the price. But yeah, long story short, I like how they look. I like the comfort, great everyday shoe. If you grab them on discount, even better. The combination between the different foams feels nice. What I would have loved to have some actual zoom in there, yeah, absolutely, 100%. Always would go for the technology, despite the fact that they call technology nowadays these foams and all that stuff. But yeah, that's my opinion. That I'm not all about that. Maybe it's the old head of me that I prefer the old school air, old school Hexalite, old school pump and all that stuff. So still, I have not been sold on all the new foams and all the new, technologies, quote unquote, they're integrating in the shoes. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video, stay tuned to the channel, subscribe if you're new, check out some of the other videos coming very, very soon. And as always, guys, you have a wonderful day.